This is my 2016 Volkswagen Tiguan, and ever since I bought it, there's been one issue that's really bothered me with it.
New, these cars used to retail for 30 grand plus, but now you can get one for about 13,995. In 2019, they were Volkswagen's highest selling vehicle, which is positive because it is a really good car. However, they're owned by hot mums doing the school run.
I really want to own its big brother, the Touareg, but I haven't got the budget for that. So we're stuck with the Tiguan, so we need to make it work. And as a 26-year-old lad, driving around in a mummobile doing the school run isn't cool enough. I like to stand out, and I don't like to fit in, especially not with a crowd of middle-aged MILFs doing the school run. So we need to do something with the Tiguan to make it stand out and make it look more like a 26-year-old owns it and not a 40-year-old mummy. We have already done a couple modifications to the car so far, only one visual at the moment, but we have done a couple of other modifications that you wouldn't see from the naked eye.
Recently I installed this Maxon spoiler extension, giving some stance to the rear. We installed a killer wipers kit, making sure it looked flush at the back. Red brake calipers, giving us an extra 10 brake horsepower, because every little helps. No jelly bean air freshener found in here, only the best auto finesse. Stage 1 engine remap, giving us a little bit extra power, and to get that power down we got a stage 1 gearbox remap, making all them transmission changes much smoother and a little extra poke.
Taking all that into consideration, let's move on to the next mod, which we're going to do on a budget for the Tiguan. Now this is going to separate the men from the boys, and if you have got a hot mum or hot wife that does the school run, you need to make her aware of this one, because the chance of her curbing the wheels are definitely increased with this next mod. Now you may have guessed what it is, but let's go and have a look and see what this next cheap mod is. I've got these wheel spacers. Now these are going to push the wheel from inside the wheel arch and make it sit a little bit more proud, making this thing look more fat. And that's fat with a PH.
The first task is to use a breaker bar, in my instance a torque wrench, to loosen off the wheel nuts so we can use the impact gun to loosen them off later on. Starting off with the front and then moving on over to the back. And we aren't going to get these wheels off the car with it being sat on the ground, so we need to use the trolley jack and jack it up off the floor.
So just whilst we take the wheel off, I know I shouldn't complain because I've just had a week in Tenerife, but it is so cold today. I know there's places up in the Midlands and stuff that have got full-on snow, but I am going to whinge. It is freezing, which is why I'm so layered up. Also as well, just whilst I'm taking the wheel off, if you haven't checked out the Brasilia progress, head over to the rest of the channel and find out what's going on with that. Sort of part of the reason why we're working on the Tiguan today, really, because there's nothing really for me to do at the moment, and there's no point going down to Surrey for no reason, so I decided let's do some cheap mods on the Tiguan. So with this wheel off, we can reveal the hub. Hopefully this will come off quite easily. No. Come on. I don't want to kick it because I don't want the wheel to come off really hard and then bloody scratch all the back of it. She don't want to come off. Oh, I just kicked the car now. I don't want to kick it and the bloody... Jesus Christ. There we go. One wheel off.
And because the wheel's stuck, I decided to use a wire wool just to get some of the crust and corrosion off of the brake disc to help remove the wheel in the future if ever need to take it off. Also aided with some copper slip.
Now with some copper slip on there, we can install the spacer, or making sure the holes making sure the holes line up completely, which they do in that orientation there.
One down, 3 more to go. Now, the spacers we're using are called Precision. They're 20mm spacers front and back and come with the extended bolts, because obviously the bolts that we have on the car already aren't long enough to actually reach into the hub with the extra 20mm spacer on. It's worth noting that you need to get the right wheel bolts to fit your wheels, as they do have a slight different shape, or like cone edge if you like, where they bolt into the wheel face. So it's worth having them checked out.
That's the wheels all torqued up to 120 Newton meters. It's really important to make sure you tighten your wheels up properly and check your torque again after a little bit of driving, just to make sure everything is tight and safe, most importantly. But that is the spacers fitted to the car. I think these spacers look absolutely fat, and that's fat with a PH. It really makes the car look much beefier and a little bit like that Touareg that I want. It makes it look a bit hencher, like a humpback or a gorilla or something like that. It looks absolutely awesome. Shame the car's dirty, but massive shout out to the guy I bought these off. I only paid 80 quid for these. They should have been like 140, but he sold his car because he couldn't handle the hot MILF status of this car either. So he decided to sell his and get a BMW. Bad move if you ask me. Anyhow, I think it looks so much better. What do you reckon? Let me know in the comments down below.
This is what it looked like before. Now, if you pay close attention to the wheel arch liner here, you can see that the wheel is really tucked inside the wheel arch and you can barely see it at all. Whereas here, after, the wheel is virtually in line with that trim and you can see it sitting inside the arch pretty proud.
Start placing your bets in the comment section down below of how long you think my nice wheels are going to last without being curbed, because they are so much fatter, so much wider. These things are definitely on the prowl for the curbs now. But fingers crossed, I'm a good enough driver that I don't curb the wheels. If you've got any other modification suggestions, hit them in the comment section down below and give us an idea of what we should do next. But thank you so much for watching. This is all we have got time for. If you have enjoyed this video, smash that thumbs up button, smash that subscribe button down below. It's completely free and helps the channel massively. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, check out the Brasilia series. I'm waffling on too much now, so I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!
Sometimes I better learn to keep my mouth shut, because about an hour after I came in from shooting this video, this is what we got faced with.